sind sie aber auch langsamer geworden. Jetzt ist es wieder Speed. Ja.
Come here or let's make an island, right? Because through our tour we'll be making stops like this. We'll take a talk about history and the beautiful things that we will be able to see in a historical part of the city. Okay, because today we'll be going that way, okay? And it's going to be a lovely tour, okay? Because we have a beautiful weather and I'm really glad that I can guide your tour today, okay? So one more time, my name is Paul, it's a pleasure to meet you all, okay?
Pleasure to meet you.
I can tell you something about me. First of all, from the beginning, from the start. Why am I a tourist guide? Because I love history, I love traveling, I love meeting new cultures, and also I love being on the water. I love being near the water. So if you like to, will you share with me where are you from and what are you doing here in Prague? Yeah, understand? Where are you from and what are you doing?
We are from Germany.
Yeah.
East Germany, Quedlinburg.
Did you here for vacation? Vacation?
4 days.
4 days. Okay, and how long have you been here?
4 days.
4 days. Already.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Since yesterday. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. So if you need some tips for trips or where to go eat or whatever comes to your mind, okay, after the tour I will give you my contact, okay, and you can text me whenever you want, okay. I provide 24/7 services, so you can text me whenever you want about everything, okay. Like I said, don't be afraid to text me at whatever time, okay. And what about you? Where are you from and what are you doing?
We are from Germany, near to Münster, to the west of Germany, and we are here since Sunday. And we feel like we
Yeah, that's
went
cool.
to the city too.
Would you like to hear?
Yeah, really, it's a nice city.
Yeah.
And yesterday we were in the
Vltava Park, there's a party going on.
Yeah. After football match, maybe.
No, there was a DJ and crowd at the party.
Giant football team with the Prague Castle. So I thought it was after the match. So okay, different Prague. And what did you like the most?
the view.
We were on the Petrine Tower yesterday and it was beautiful. Nice weather and then we walked around the park and it was quite nice.
It's like, for us it's like the walks around Sena in France, the most romantic place for us, depends on the dates. So you
Can you mention?
Yeah, very beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they will just walk around. Thank you. What about you, Pavel? When he was about to get executed, was at Canoe. Okay? And when he was walked to the spot, a bunch of good Czech people men jumped on the soldiers. They freed our Robin Hood, and he jumped on a chamois, his horse, and they ran through the area you see over there. You see the wall, they ran through the area, and they jumped on the wall. It was a huge jump, they took a flight. believe me, it's a true story. If you love the story, it needs to be true. They took a flight and they fell in the river. Okay? However, the jump is really big. It's a huge jump. And when the horse fell in the river, he had hurt his stomach. Okay? Huge jump. However, he was able to get out of the river with the Robin Hood somewhere here on the Emperor's Meadow, and they ran behind Prague's gates, behind Prague, where the soldier would be safe. So the sheriff basically saved our Robin Hood. Unfortunately, later on, because of his injuries, unfortunately, he died. We should up from the bottom. And then we'll be turning left. Okay, we'll be going to the historical part of the city. Our next stop will be in front of the bridge. Okay, and if you want, you can cross a little bit more to the right so we can explore it fully. Okay, I will take many pictures. And there used to be time when Prague was the capital city of Austria, which means that we became very important in terms of industry and in terms of economy. Which meant that we needed to make another economy income to the city, like import and export. And the easiest way to do it is to build our own railway bridge, right? So we have made one on this place, but this is not the original one because the original one had only one railway. Okay. This is a typical way of Czech people thinking, okay, making everything cheap and be lazy, okay? So we made only one railway. And as time went by, we quickly realized that one railway is not enough. So we needed to extend the bridge. And what the workers, what the engineers did was very effective and very smart, because they had built a wooden construction next to the bridge on both sides. You can't stop the main economy income into the city for a couple of years, right? You can't stop the main economy income in the city for a couple of years. So we needed to find another way. And what the workers designed was very effective and very smart, because they built a wooden construction next to the bridge. They stopped the trains coming in and out, connecting those constructions, the main one with the wooden one. Let the trains come in and out again, and they just rebuilt it around the bridge while the trains were still coming in and out, which was very effective, and it saved us tons of money, because the whole stop for the trains coming in and out took only 5 days. So a couple of years we took it to 5 days, which was very important. And for the people of for the citizens of Prague, it was very important back in the time, because it saved us tons of money. Okay, so this is a story behind this bridge. However, as you can see, it's getting older now, and it will need to be rebuilt sooner or later. Okay, so a whole new bridge should stand here in like 25 years. However, the new bridge should be way more modern one, and we don't really like it. Like us citizens of Prague, we don't really like it that it needs to be rebuilt, because there's a spirit for us. You know, it's an old bridge that we like. We like going over this bridge. It's a nice walk, because it's on both sides of the river are beautiful. I will talk about it later. However, this bridge might be even taken down or just rebuild it. But in 25 years, you should stand a whole new bridge. Okay, so we can make a meetup in 25 years and explore the new bridge. Okay, however, right now, our next stop will be right there, next to the ladder. You see the ladder in the wall? That will be our next stop. So, at least the rest of the group is here, and now we can continue our tour. Okay? So, we basically, everybody's fine, everybody else is good? Good? Okay, great. So, we just basically entered history. Okay, we are on a place called Náplavka. we're just in the beginning of the historical part of the city, and the place around you is just wonderful. Okay, I love the place around the river, on both sides of the river. Like I said, the place is called Vltava. Very wonderful here and very romantic, especially at night. Okay, it's lovely here, and because everything is lit up. Everything is lit up. Prague Castle, Vyšehrad, both sides of the river, the buildings, everything is lit up. And here are many floating bars, floating restaurants, also cafeterias and bars, whatever you want. Okay. Also party boats if you're looking for more music or fun. And the vibe here is just wonderful. There is many great vibe with people, okay, and a lot of music over here. So one of the best places to be at in Prague in the evening is Vltava, one of my favorite ones. So I can really recommend. So if you're looking for a trip on Vyšehrad, you can walk on Vyšehrad and then walk down, and you will get out somewhere over there at the end of the Vltava, and then you can take a beautiful walk over here and maybe sit down somewhere here. Okay, very beautiful place. However, we are here to talk about one of the signature things for Czech people, mainly for Czech men. Try to take a guess, what am I going to talk about? It's very simple. The answer is actually more simple than you might expect. It's very similar. We are known all over the world for this simple thing. Try to take a guess. You have any ideas? Okay, we're going to talk about beer. Okay, we love beer. Czech people love beer. We are one of the biggest beer drinkers and also beer makers. Actually, in statistics, Czech guys are the biggest beer drinkers in the world, so we are kind of competitive, you know, but can do nothing against us.
But it's hard to find Guinness here.
What?
It's hard to find Guinness here.
What's Guinness?
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 Irish beer.
Beer in Great Britain and especially Ireland.
Guinness. Guinness. I've never tasted Guinness.
Really?
Have you tasted Guinness?
Not that good.
Yeah, not that good?
Not that.
Because I've never been into UK yet, you know, so never tasted Guinness.
I like only Guinness.
You like only Guinness? Okay, so we will change your mind, trust me. And one of the most famous breweries that is exporting all over the world is called Dostoprimečательnosti. And why am I saying that? Because over on the other side where the chimney is, there is a big part of this brewery, Dostoprimečательnosti. You guys know Dostoprimečательnosti?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
You drank it yesterday, Dostoprimečательnosti. And did you like it?
It was very good.
You like Dostoprimečательnosti? Okay. Anybody else ever tasted Dostoprimečательnosti? No?
Yes, yes.
You did? Did
Yes.
you like it?
I like only dark beer.
Only dark beer, I understand. So you like Dostoprimečательnosti? Okay, we don't. We don't. Because we have Pilsen. Okay, you know we have Pilsen, and Czech guys love Pilsen. So Dostoprimečательnosti is in our country a little bit pushed away. It's not a bad beer, however we don't drink it.
Kozel.
Like, Kozel is good. Kozel is fine.
Maybe dark kozel.
Dark, we have dark Kozel.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's very good beer. However, Czech guys won't touch Dostoprimečательnosti unless it's very necessary. Okay, so 90% of this beer is exported to other countries like UK, USA, Germany, Spain, basically all over the world. Okay, you can find it almost everywhere, and it's very popular and very liked in the other countries. Also like Gambrinus. Gambrinus is also Czech beer. And almost 90% is exported, and the 10% that stays here is drink by tourists. Okay, it's really drink by tourists. So, and it's because we have Pilsen Urquell. Pilsen Urquell is like a golden beer for us. So everybody who's in Czech Republic needs to try Pilsen Urquell, because you won't taste the original one anywhere in the world, because we are not exporting it. Because when Czech guys are finished, there is nothing left to export, you know. So you have to taste it here. So Pilsen, one of the best beers, and the best beer we have here, like a golden beer for us. We love it. By the way, try to take a guess how many beers in liters per person in year is average Czech guy able to take.
130.
130? It's a little bit more, but you're very close. It's a little bit more. No. It's almost 200, around 200 liters per person. which means children and minors included. Okay, so the actual number is actually way higher, and that's why we are known as the biggest beer drinkers and lovers in the world. It's like a social thing for us to drink beer. So this was a story about one of the signature things that we have here. So, because it's part of our nationality. Okay, it's very important for us. However, right now we will continue our tour. We'll go like 150 meters that way, and there's a green and white boat. Okay, colored green and white, named Kirsch. Okay, don't go behind it. You already were there, so you know where it is. Don't go behind it, and there we'll be crossing the river. Okay, on the other side. If you take a look around you, it looks like the buildings are facing on us, because they are supposed to look beautiful from the river. So very beautiful from the river. So like I said, the best way to explore Prague. However, I will ask you a question. Have you guys any idea why is Prague so unique in terms of history, and why do we have so many beautiful buildings around that looks almost the same as in the time they were built in?
No damage at war.
You're very close. Prague, because Prague is one of the cities that has never been destroyed. Okay, just a few cities in Europe, or maybe the big ones, have never been destroyed, and Prague is one of them. So that's why we have so huge spectrum of historical architecture styles here in Prague. Very wonderful, a lot of beautiful buildings around you. And, however, when I say we are never destroyed, it's true. However, we were bombed during the Second World War in the end, and we were bombed by an accident. Okay, that's an interesting story, because in the end of the war, Americans were bombing Germany a lot, and they had mistaken two cities. They mistaken Dresden and Prague, which are separated almost 400 kilometers away. So 160 planes dropped all the power that they had here in Prague, and many things got destroyed, many buildings got injured, and many people got killed. And it was all by a mistake, by an accident. And one of the things that got hit was Monastery of Benedictines, the church that you see on the other side. And that's why the roof is looking like this. Monastery of Benedictines was built in 14th century. However, after the bombing, one of the bombs landed on its roof, and it was rebuilt in 1960. So the architects had to find a way to combine those two architecture styles. And I guess they found a very imposing, interesting, and also beautiful way to combine those two styles. It might be a little bit weird for church to have horns, right? However, it looks, at least for me, I like it. It looks good. And by the way, almost nobody knows about it, but in front of monastery there is a roof that you can go at. Okay, and from the roof there is beautiful view on the river, because you're not too high and you're not too low. Wonderful view from there. So if you have a walk nearby, or you're on Charles Square or somewhere there, you can stop over there and just admire the beauty of the Prague. Very beautiful from there. And also, I forgot to mention in the beginning that if you guys have any questions about any buildings or history of Czech Republic or Prague or whatever comes to your mind, don't be completely afraid to ask me, okay? Because I'm supposed to know almost everything. I don't. However, if I do not, I will make it up. Okay, so you'll get your answer for sure. Okay. So just a joke, but I needed to mention that. Why am I saying that? It's because those holes on the other side reminded me, because many people are asking what are those holes for. You can try to take a guess. What are those holes for?
The left one looks like a gallery or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you're actually the first ever to say the right.
Gallery.
Gallery. In some of them are art exhibitions. But most of them are bars. They are drinking bars, very beautiful drinking bars because there are benches in front of the bars and you can sit there in the evening. Very lovely place, and I like it there. So yeah, you were actually the first one who got it right on the first try.
What do they do when the water is getting higher here?
No, they actually need to close them.
Yeah.
Because the water can't get inside, because then it would get into the infrastructure of Prague. Those holes were actually used in history. They were used for collecting woods, because when the guys who were collecting woods drop the woods on the water, and it's the easiest way to export it, right?
Yeah.
So here in Prague, they were catching it here and putting it into those holes, and then getting it wherever they wanted. So that's what those holes were used for. However, when you mentioned the flooding, here in Prague there was a huge flood during 2000s. In 2003 there was a huge flood, we call it the big water, and it destroyed many things because the water bar was raising to almost quarter of these houses. Almost quarter of these houses was underwater. Okay, so the water was extremely huge. Nobody was prepared for that, because nobody can prepare for something like that. So many things got destroyed. The subway was underwater. Big part of subway was underwater. And also the zoo got flooded, which was a big problem because we needed to export all the animals as fast as we could. And it's not easy to export an elephant. So yeah, it was a huge action. We saved the most of them. However, some of them didn't make it. But the action was successful because we saved like 99.9% of the animals, so it was good. But however, this big water is still in our minds, so we still keep a memory on it. And we have many anti-water programs, blocks, and already plans how to work if something similar. We are usually making them honor somebody. So for example, we have Vltava Bridge, and we have Legendary Bridge, which was built to honor and to memorize our soldiers who fought during the First World War. And this bridge is named after Jan Palacký. He was a Czech journalist and language expert. He had to combine hard grammar, very tough grammar, so very hard to learn language. It's useless and it's too hard to learn it, okay? Very hard to pronounce, maybe even harder to listen to it, and it's very hard language. However, it's a beautiful language for artists, because it's very soft. And we have so many words in our dictionary that you can combine beautiful rhymes with. So it's very beautiful language for artists. However, for talk, for communicating, it's not very useful because you can use it just here in Czech Republic. It's used to be one country. So if you ever thought about learning this language, don't do that. Don't do that, because even if you learn it from the books, learn all the grammar, stuff like that, then you would come here into Czech Republic and you would want to talk. You wouldn't understand it because the language that you have in books, the official language, is quite different from the one we talk. They are very similar, however there are many different words, and those different words we are using the most. So you would not understand like one of the language we are talking in, and even if you learned it, then you have to pronounce it. Pronounce it, so that might be difficult. So maybe try to say it. Try to say it.
Żyka. Żyka. Żyka.
Try to say it. Hard to say.
Zażyka.
You're close. It's a common Czech word. It's like one of the ingredients that you put in the soup. I don't know the exact word in English. It's the brand that you put in the soup. So the basic Czech word.
What is Zażyka? What is it?
I just told you. It's one of the ingredients that you put in the soup.
But what kind of ingredients?
I don't know the exact word in English. However, it's like the grass that you put in the soup. Okay? So yeah. However, right now we'll move to one of the most interesting learnings mainly for tourists. One of our tourists sunny side of the river, and it's called the Dancing House. And what?
Continue.
And however, it's actually even way better